Factors of Solubility, Temperature, by Amal Matthew and David Katz. Before we talk about how temperature affects solubility, we need to know what solubility is. The solubility of a substance is the amount of that substance that will dissolve in a given amount of solvent. Solubility depends on chemical and physical properties of the solvent and solute, temperature, pressure, and the pH of the solution. Solvents are usually liquid, and when the maximum amount of solute is dissolved in the solvent, it results in a saturated solution. So how does temperature affect solubility? In solids, as temperature increases, the solubility of solid substances increases. If you heat a solution, the particles of a solid tend to move between the solution and solid phase. However, at lower temperatures, solubility of solids decreases. This is a direct relationship between temperature and the solubility of solids. In gases, as temperature increases, solubility of gaseous substances decreases. The reason for this is that increased temperature causes an increase in vapor pressure and kinetic energy. More kinetic energy causes more motion in gas molecules, so they break bonds and escape from the solution.
As you can see by the graph, when temperature increases, the solubility of salt in 100 milliliters of water goes slightly up, and the solubility of sugar goes up as well. In this graph, we see that the solubility of these gases goes down as the temperature goes up, and this is an indirect relationship. This table shows that oxygen solubility will decrease as temperature goes up, and solubility increases as temperature goes down.
Now we will explain how to use a solubility chart. If you need to find solubility of a substance at a certain temperature, you use a solubility chart. The x-axis shows the temperature, and the y-axis shows solubility, or grams of salt in 100 grams of water. Let's say you want to look for how many grams of potassium chloride will be soluble at 10 degrees Celsius. Well, according to the chart, at 10 degrees Celsius, we would have at least 30 grams of potassium chloride, which will be soluble. If we increase the temperature to about 70 degrees, the graph shows that about 49 grams of potassium chloride will be soluble. So at what mass of substance X will dissolve in 100 grams of water at 30 degrees Celsius? Well, first, you would look at substance X, which is this curve right here. Then you would go to 30 degrees Celsius right here, and then you go up to where it hits the point at X, and you look at the solubility on the y-axis, which would be around 46 or 47 grams. Question number 2. What mass of substance Y will dissolve in 100 grams of water at 40 degrees Celsius? In this case, here's the curve for Y, and we would look at 60 degrees, which is right here at the end of the graph, and we would go up, and solubility would be around 19 grams. Question number 3. At what temperature will 40 grams of substance X form a saturated solution when added to 100 grams of water? Here, we're looking for the temperature. So we would look at the curve X, and then we would look at the y-axis and go up to 40, and then we would move right to where it hits X. And around here would be at least 26 degrees Celsius.
For this experiment, we're going to see what sugar keeps dissolving faster, hot or cold water.
As you can see, the sugar cube in the hot water is dissolving a lot more faster than in the cold water. Alright, as you can see at the end of the experiment, as the temperature increases, the solubility of the sugar cube increased, so it dissolved faster. And in the cold water, it didn't dissolve as much.